Cody Rhodes gets legitimately roughed up. A Vince McMahon name thrown out. My review of the first 2-hour Raw in over a decade and more. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think this one could have done with a third hour. Oh, look at my back. I'm Ollie Gonzalez, and this is the WrestleTalk News.
Support WrestleTalk!
Get exclusive bonus videos over at patreon.com/WrestleTalk. There used to be a time where you couldn't trust a WWE show was actually over when the copyright logo appeared in the bottom corner. Now you can't even be sure it's finished even when the show has totally gone off air. After Saturday's Bad Blood premium live event ended its broadcast, WWE staged an angle where Kevin Owens turned on Cody Rhodes in the parking lot in full view of the fans, who posted footage of it on social media. It's an innovative way to do a wrestling angle, and Fightful Select is reporting WWE are very pleased with how the clips of it went viral, generating buzz for the storyline and making it feel spontaneous and real. Maybe a little too real, if you ask Cody Rhodes. Because Fightful also write that Cody was actually a little roughed up by KO's beatdown to help sell the realism. Triple H has posted that WWE will kayfabe deal with the incident internally. Something else Triple H has been working on internally is changing all Vince McMahon's really bad names. Following Pete Dunne's whole character motivation currently based on how much he hates the name Butch that McMahon once gave him, and Raquel Rodriguez being called by her NXT name Raquel Gonzalez in her Bad Blood Return, one of the worst Vince McMahon names has finally been thrown out. Spoiler warning for next week's Raw in 3, 2, 1. Gunther is now called Perry Windings. Just kidding. The Viking Raiders are now called the War Raiders. Rowan Hansen used the name War Machine in Ring of Honor before they first signed with WWE in 2018 and tweaked that to the War Raiders when they debuted in NXT. But because Vince was insane, he decided to rename them Eric and Ivar of the Viking Experience, don't mention the War Raiders, on their main roster debut the following year, making them sound like some kind of immersive history ride you don't want to visit on your school trip. The fan backlash to their tag name was so strong, they were renamed the Viking Raiders the following week. But making their return from a lengthy spell out injured on the taping for next week's Raw, they had their War Raiders name back, along with their War entrance theme from CFO Money. But even with McMahon gone from the company, some of his bad booking traits still linger, like Bill Goldberg getting goddamn well title shots. Gorg made his first WWE TV appearance in over 2 years at Saturday's Bad Blood, where he was involved in a segment with the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther, to whom he yelled, "You're next." Triple H said never say never about a Goldberg WWE in-ring return in the post-show conference, and he's now posted a muted clip of them talking and shaking hands on X with the caption, "Thanks for coming to WWE Bad Blood, Goldberg. We'll talk more very soon." I just want to point out again that as recently as March, Goldberg publicly accused Triple H of booking Asuka's undefeated streak and giving everyone the spear to undermine him. It seems as though WWE is building a Goldberg vs Gunther match, but F4W Online is reporting they've been told it's not planned for either Survivor Series or WrestleMania. With Gunther set to face Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel, it's not planned for there either, which only really leaves the Royal Rumble. This is my speculation here. Goldberg could make an appearance at Crown Jewel for that Saudi Arabia sports washing dollar, costing Gunther the gaudy large title to build their own match, presumably at the Royal Rumble. But the biggest match right now is Luke Owen versus Pete Quinnell for the last time on Monday Night War. Luke has never beaten Pete. Can he finally overcome his greatest MyGM rival? The brand new episode is up now exclusively on patreon.com/WrestleTalk. Go join there now to watch the whole series so far. Here's a clip.
And also,
Gunther versus Jay.
Hello.
For not a world title match.
No.
And Jay pins the
wins
champion
in a 2.5-star okay match.
and nothing started.
No rivalries. That's a shame. I feel
is-
like you booked a good show. The stuff just didn't go your way.
That is a shame. 2.5 stars as well is like, what do you want from me, game?
Yeah.
Like, it's heel face, it's giant cruiser, 2 popular stars.
Yep.
Like, what the do you want from me?
Yeah.
Sign up at patreon.com/WrestleTalk to watch the whole exclusive series now. Meanwhile, it's time for my review of Monday Night Raw in about 5 minutes. The first 2-hour Raw in over a decade came from St. Louis, Canada, with a premium live event style card. Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the World Heavyweight title. Jey Uso versus Xavier Woods for the Intercontinental title. And Pete Dunne versus Sheamus in a blood feud Donnybrook payoff match. Because remember, Triple H only sees talent, not gender. He might want to look into that though, because he's sort of missed all the women on this show. The episode began with a battered CM Punk walking out only to the stage to cut his promo. He wasn't even able to make it to the ring, limping with his arm bandaged up and plasters on his face. He said he won his Hell in a Cell match, but he doesn't really feel like a winner, getting over the renewed brutality to that stipulation. Throughout though, he kind of teased retirement, as though the Drew feud had taken him to such a dark place, he doesn't know whether he should do this anymore at all. Let me just write that into my Wrestling Shoot Speak translator app. Yep, he doesn't want to work in Saudi Arabia, so he's taken a month off. Seth Rollins then entered, disrespectfully bumping Punk's shoulder as he passed him, and then said, "Get well soon, because the sooner he gets better, the sooner Punk can return and Seth can retire his ass for good." I was kind of hoping Seth's several-month absence would give him a chance to reset his character, but he was the exact same goofily dressed, annoyingly laughing douchebag as before. This version of Rollins makes me want to actively change the channel. He did briefly slip into genuinely good serious mode though, where he dropped the stupid act and cut a promo directly into the camera, challenging Bronson Reed to a match anywhere, anytime. Turning the segment into a chain interruption, Jey Uso then interrupted Seth, who had interrupted Punk, to have the episode's first match. Jey's first Intercontinental title defense against Xavier Woods. They gave the entrances a big-time championship match feel, with Samantha Irvine doing the ring intros and Kofi Kingston in Woods' corner. Unfortunately, the majority of the match was also in the ad break, so it felt like it was over before it had a chance to even begin. Jey countered Xavier's springboard elbow with a super kick and hit a splash to retain super easily, barely an inconvenience. The New Day story is one of the best things on Raw right now. It deserved a far more substantial outing for Woods. Xavier pushed past Jey afterwards, not shaking his hand, and then "screw you last week babyface turn." Bron Breakker speared Jey from out of nowhere, then did the same for Kofi. A run around the ring one to Woods, who went absolutely flying, and then finished with a second to Jey in the ring. So, a week after Bron very clearly turned babyface last week, following his IC title loss, and seemingly started a World Heavyweight title feud with Gunther, he's right back to the heel character and mid-card title spot he was at before. Actually, let me type that into my Wrestling Translator app to see what that actually means. Oh, okay, yeah. Goldberg wants a match with Gunther now, so we're scrapping all the plans we had for you, Bron Breakker. This set up Breakker versus Kofi for next week. Rhea Ripley cut a pre-filmed promo saying Liv Morgan was dumb to use Raquel to beat her because she got caught, meaning she will get another title shot. I now don't know what's worse, the fact the Bad Blood ending was botched, or that it means this feud will continue. The Judgment Day arrived later on backstage in a car where they wouldn't answer Jackie Redmond's questions about Raquel officially joining the faction, with them instead choosing to leave the arena. They just got to, which I guess was meant to make them look really cool and badass, but I thought it made them look kinda lame. Why would you drive all the way there just to do that? R-Truth thinks Miz made a mistake turning heel on him last week, explaining he's not a member of the Judgment Day anymore. This set up a match between them next week, while Wyatt's 6 flickers interrupted the screen, teasing Miz is their next target. I would have hoped the Wyatt 6 could have done something much bigger by now, as their momentum has really slowed. Sheamus beat Pete Dunne in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match next with his hands literally tied behind his back. The action was really fun, the literal high point being Sheamus hitting a white noise off a bunch of stacked barrels, which was almost as high as the top turnbuckle through a table on the outside. Dunne fired back with a cricket bat and zip-tying Sheamus's hands behind his back, but the Celtic Warrior still managed to hit a bro kick for the win, which made Sheamus look great, but did kind of bury Dunne. There was a brief backstage skit with Ethan Page being blown off by Adam Pearce and Ava greeting Sexy Red, which was mostly just to promote NXT, and using the old AEW women's scheduling trick, putting them all in the quarter past the second hour spot. We got Lyra Valkyria getting the pin in the 5 assorted babyfaces versus Unholy Union and Pure Fusion Collective. God, such a bad name! And Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair confirmed in a pre-filmed video they'll defend their tag titles against Damage Control next week. By far the best thing on the show though was the Sami Zayn vs Gunther World Heavyweight title main event. They got the full championship match presentation again and told the story in 20 minutes of commercial breaks with a bit of wrestling in. First, Sami got the better of Gunther. Then Gunther worked over Sami, continually cutting him off. But once all the ad breaks were hit, the final 7 minutes was superb. Sami reversed a powerbomb on the outside as his full comeback, hitting a haluva kick on the barricade. He could have won via countout right there, but that wouldn't be a title change. Sami gets Gunther in the ring and hits another haluva kick, but on the third go to definitively put him away, Gunther decapitated him with a lariat. It's time for the ring general to win now with a powerbomb, but Sami kicked out at the last second. That's okay, Gunther doesn't mess around, he'll simply immediately hit another powerbomb, but this time Sami kicked out at 1, sending Gunther crashing back against the ropes in absolute disbelief. Gunther looked genuinely scared. Gunther locks in the sleeper, but Sami's arm still won't go down. Despite Sami losing world title match time and time again, he still made me believe. I actually started to think, maybe Zayn is going to beat him. It could tie in with the Cody versus Kevin Owens feud. Maybe WWE want to headline the Saudi show with Sami for good PR. The long-term story of Sami always having Gunther's number could be a years-long plot point. But then Sami finally passed out and Gunther redeemed his only loss, building him even stronger for the Cody match at Crown Jewel. Cody came out at the end of the show for a stare down with Gunther. He'd smartly been peppered backstage throughout the show, declining to talk about the off-screen incident with Owens. While I loved the final part of the Gunther versus Sami match, this Raw actually felt a bit off. Rather than doing a 2-hour show, it still felt like a 3-hour show, just crammed into 2. And with it being a double taping, a lot of stars weren't properly featured on the episode. There was no Drew, no Wyatt Six, Strowman, Reed, Ripley, Priest, Balor. And with the top champions set to enter Crown Jewel brand warfare, the Raw stories couldn't really develop. This week's Raw is 71%. Go to patreon.com/WrestleTalk now to watch the exclusive series of Monday Night War, and The Rock has been exposed. Click the video on screen now to find out what for.